Hey guys, so I'm back with another video in my makeup artist series. So I've been wanting to do this video for a little while, but I had to give myself time to kind of test it out so I could tell you guys what I really think. So I'm actually going to do an updated makeup Traincase video. It's not really a what's in my kit video because I've done one of those recently, which I'll link below, but it's more like an updated Traincase and how I'm like storing things when I'm freelancing and on the go. I switched Traincases because my last Traincase, which I really loved, broke finally. Like it was just like I couldn't open it all the way and like the drawers weren't pulling out. And it had been kind of on its last legs for a while. So instead I switched back to my Zuka, which I've had this Zuka for a long time. Probably I bought it in my early days. Like I've had it for at least like 8 years, I'm thinking. So I had the Zuka, which I wasn't like a huge Zuka person, to be honest, but now I have a new accessory, which are the Zuka saddlebags, and that makes a huge difference in terms of space. So I'm going to be completely honest with you and show you how I have it all stored and together. Hopefully I'll be able to do this video with my 8-month pregnant belly not getting in the way because I have to kind of crouch to the ground. So I'm going to show you how it is, what I really think about it, and I'll link everything below so if you're interested you can get all this stuff too. So let's go ahead and get started with the new Traincase tour. Okay, so here is my Zuka Traincase. This is the makeup artist version. There are so many versions now, like there's one for golfers, business travelers, sport versions, light version. This is the one for the makeup artist or hairstylist. It's still in really good shape 8 years later. Has hardly had any wear and tear. It hasn't broken at all. So you can see it has the telescoping handle right here. And it also has the steel lightweight construction, as well as like kind of like the padded outside of it. So the brand new part that you might notice are these little bags on the side right here. And this is a whole piece. It comes with one bag on the side, a bag right here, and a seat. So this is the new Saddlebag. So people use it for different reasons. Some people use it on the go, of course, because it has a refrigerated bag as well as an extra bag for storage. I actually saw this like on Amazon randomly. And I was like, because I was kind of like, I knew I had to switch back to my Zuka because I didn't want to get a whole brand new Traincase when my other one broke, because I know I had this. And this is definitely an investment. So I wanted to see how I could kind of like find some accessories to add on. So I saw this saddlebag, and I actually saw Epic Makeup, who's Melissa Street, who's an amazing makeup artist. She actually has this on her Traincase too. I haven't seen a lot of makeup artists use them though. But if you do have a Zuka, this might be a really good option for you. So I'll show you how it attaches. So it actually has these little Velcro straps right here that go on the top and the bottom. So do you see how there's 2 here and 2 here? So essentially it just straps into the hardware that's on the top and the bottom of the Zuka. Okay, see how there's a steel construction down here? So you can actually remove these, which is great because it's really quick because they're Velcro, and I can still get to the pockets that are on the side, which I find very convenient for a Zuka. So in this side pocket I have all of my paperwork, my contracts that I bring to a gig, as well as a roll of paper towels. So if I need to get to those, all I have to do is take these Velcro and unvelcro them. So I'm going to put the Velcro back so you can see how it attaches. Because it's attached by Velcro, 2 Velcro straps on the top and the bottom, it doesn't like fall off and go all swinging around. It stays into place, okay? So my original Zuka, I had a pink seat. I removed the pink seat because this saddlebag comes with a seat already, this black seat. So this is a cushion right here, and everybody knows that Zuka can handle like hundreds of pounds of weight, so it serves as a chair when you're in a pinch. So you can still use this as a chair. I'm going to show you what I put in this side. So in this this pouch right here, we have a little strap and a nice big pouch, okay? And it also has a mesh zipper pouch in the front. So I've been trying to play with the configuration of where I want everything to go, but right now in here I have all of my glitters. So I have my glitters in, I used to just kind of have it like in this pouch by itself, which is like a little, you know, clear vinyl organization pouch. But now I've been testing out some of these new liquid glitters from Pixie. So basically I just did a gig, and it was really convenient for me to just kind of have them outside of the pouch. It's a little bit tight, but it fits. So I put them here within easy reach. You can put anything there that you want, that you think you're going to reach for, that's small enough. Like I could put business cards, I could put snacks, I could put makeup, hairbrushes, hair tools, anything that you can kind of think of. So it's very thick construction. It's not cheap. It's really good stuff. And that's what's in the outside. And then you have a huge inner pocket right here, which I love. So I found with my old Traincase that it actually held more than the Zuca. And it was like more organized because it had slide out drawers, but I'm gonna make this work. But because I couldn't fit as much in this Zuca, I needed the extra storage of these saddlebags. So on this side I have things that I need a lot, like which are baby wipes and makeup wipes. So I have that in here. And then I have some other little bags. So I have everything in a bag because I don't want it to be loose, you know. And this little strap, you know, it buckles, but things could potentially fall out the side. I saw one person on an Amazon review mention how they actually sewed a zipper on there, but I don't know how to do all that. So I'm just keeping things contained. So I have here, these are pigments. I carry loose pigments in another little makeup bag that's clear, so that way they don't spill all over the place. And I also have a little mini bag, which is like FX stuff, just in case. This is like the Graftobian trauma kit, but I just put it in a small Ziploc. So just in case like I'm on a set and they need like bruising, cuts, I have a little bag of that in a Ziploc. And then I also have an empty clear bag, which I would put dirty brushes in. So it has like a little folder in here. I mean a little pocket on the top, as well as a mesh pocket in front. So in the pockets I have like my emergency stuff. So, you know, as a makeup artist, you carry all that what if stuff. So bobby pins, hair pins, safety pins, nail polish remover, hair ties, medicines, just in case your client like has like a headache or they need a safety pin. You know, I have all these little mini things in here, which are great, especially for brides. So that goes, like I said, that stuff is all within easier reach, so I'm not having to dig for it. And in the front right here, I have some things as well, like I have lotion. You know, you should definitely carry body lotion because you might have to put it on someone's body, and you're not going to try to use your good face moisturizer. So I have lotion, hairspray, tampon and pad, just in case, and panty liner. So, you know, you can just be that really prepared makeup artist and clients will love you for it. So all that stuff fits really well in here. I put the FX bag on the bottom because I'm never really going to reach for that. That's just in case. Then I'll put the pigments because I reach for that maybe 30% of the time if my eyeshadows aren't cutting it. And then I'll put the wipes on top because I use that for every gig. And this is big, so it won't fall out unlike some of those smaller pouches. So then I can zip that right up right here. And it all fits right in the side pocket. So everybody knows like baby wipes take up so much room, makeup wipes. And you can consolidate them by putting a couple in a Ziploc bag, but I just want to have it just ready to go. So they fit all in there. And then we have this seat part. I actually left the tag on just because I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it or not. But it says Beauty Caddy Black. Yeah. So I will link it. It's about 70 bucks, I think, something like that I got from Amazon. So on this side right here, again, we have the little Velcro straps. Okay, so I actually undid just this top strap on this side, and I was able to fit my tripod in here. And it's nice and secure because it's kind of Velcroed in with the caddy, like that. So it's very convenient to be able to carry a full light on you and not have a separate bag for it. Before, when I was doing my makeup lights, I always had to carry a separate tote, and it was always kind of like something else to put on my shoulder. Or I had something that slid on here, but it wasn't really big enough, and it like wasn't the best. So now I can just keep it on my Traincase, and if I do have to do like an extensive gig, I always still have a bag that I can slide on the handle, which I recently bought from Amazon, which has a trolley strap. But I like not having to have 2 bags, like just the one fits everything. So this side is the other caddy, and this one is where it's a refrigerated, like insulated lunchbox case. So I know a lot of makeup artists like that because they can put cold drinks and snacks, or if the gig is outside and it's really hot, you can put like things that might melt, like your foundation palettes or lipstick palettes or anything like that. But I don't do that. I have put bottled water in here before, like I did a wedding and I put bottled water, so that was nice. But in here I actually have my light, so it fits really nice in here and it's nice and padded, which is what is a plus. But there's definitely room. I could fit more stuff in here. So I have the makeup light that goes with a tripod, and then I have the gooseneck attachment, which connects it to the tripod, as well as the cord. And look how easy and small this is versus carrying a ring light, which I know a lot of makeup artists do. The reason why I don't carry a ring light is because it's big and bulky and hard to transport. I have a ring light here at home, which I use to film, but on mobile gigs, this is all I carry. And if I didn't want to carry the tripod, they have another attachment, which is like a clip, but I just prefer the tripod. So that all fits in there. And then I just threw in a towel, my custom black towel, because I put this down on my makeup station. I can clean brushes on it. I can prevent the station from getting dirty and messing someone's counter up. And it also pads the light. But this light is like a solid plastic panel. It's not like it's like a light bulb, like a glass bulb. And then I also have in here a hairstylist, a barber cape, just in case I'm doing a guy or an airbrush and I don't want makeup to get in the clothes. And I have some trash bags. So all this stuff is actually, you know, purposely soft, so it kind of pads the light, you know, just in case. And it fits it, everything fits perfectly in here. So that's that side. And you can see the white, nice white refrigerated kind of thing in there. So this has a zipper, like I said, which is nice. I think I wish the other side had a zipper as well, because no one wants stuff falling out of the case. I've also on this side before, if I don't have it to bring a light, I've put my brushes over here too. And you can just easily throw your bag of dirty brushes in there as well as your brush belt. So that's what's on this side. And like I said, I can put my tripod right back in here. And it's like very deep, this pocket. So it's like a good 6 inches, so it's not going to slide out. And I'm going to re-strap it back in through this little ring right here. And it's just Velcro. So that goes right there. And then on the outside of this pocket, we have another, oops, this thing popped out. There we touch that. On the outside, we have another mesh zipped up compartment, and I just have a couple of things that I want to grab for quickly. These are my little bridal touch-up bags. Has my business card, you know, like a blotting sheet, a mint, a little mini container for lipstick touch-up. So that's convenient to keep on the outside of where it's really handy, and as well as my business cards. So I don't know if you've seen my business card, but they're right here. So a couple of business cards. I need to put some more in there. So those are the kind of things that you want to put, the things that you want to put on the outside are things that you want to grab for quickly without having to dig for them. Because I had, when I was organizing this, I had stuff in these deep pockets. See how deep they are? And I had like a brand new case of Neutrogena wipes. I didn't even know they were in there. I'm like, I just bought some more makeup wipes. So you kind of only want to put things in here that you can see that, in my opinion, are deep and they hang over, like your tripod, your folders, stuff like that. Okay, so let me show you what I did on the back. So I have my Sedona Lace zippered brush belt, which I designed for Sedona Lace specifically so that way your brushes don't fall out. So I actually just have this hooked with a little strap to the back, and that way I don't even have to have this taking up space if I don't want to. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what's in the main body of this Traincase. Not really going to go into detail, but I'm just going to show you how I packed it because it is a different setup from my last video. So like I said, if you want to see the specific items from my last What's in My Kit video, I'll link that below. So here's a little flap right here. The Zuka does come with like an outer shell covering that's like that's the same thick cloth material. So if you travel, it's very nice because your Traincase won't get all beat up. Because if you ever gone to the airport and your luggage is all nice and new and then it's all scratched up and has dirt streaks. So that does come with a case if you do travel with it. So here is the open up. Oh, it says Sport Pro. That's on the bottom right here. Sport Pro. So that's what this one is, okay? So on this side right here, you have like a tall compartment where you can kind of fit stuff because it's clear and you can see. The things I have over here, I have hair clips on this little strap. I use these all the time. Pens, tissues, shout wipes, nail file. Again, those are the emergency items that you have just in case for your client. And I could put them over here now that I think about it, but they're within easy accessibility and I can see them right here. They have a zipper right here. I have a comb. Again, I'm not a hairstylist, but I carry a comb just in case. What I might do is move some of this stuff here because I don't use them a lot, but they're just like just in case items. And then there's a strap up here, which actually is a very deep zipper. And again, it's clear, luckily, because you can see everything and wipe everything down. So I have straws. I always carry my straws. I have a a fan to, you know, cool off clients' dry lashes or whatever, and then a mirror. So that all fits really good in here because it's tall. If it was like short stuff, I wouldn't stick them behind here because I wouldn't see it, but this is all tall stuff. Okay, and now we have our little Zuka bags right here. So I actually had to include an extra Zuka bag, I think, because they didn't give me enough space, and as well as a thing right here. So still trying to figure out my system. I noticed when my last wedding trial that I used a Zuka, I kind of wasn't feeling comfortable putting things back. I'm not like super happy with it, but I ended up taking a couple items out before I filmed this video so that things weren't so tight in here, and I had room just in case, because you want to be able to put things away fast and easily when you're cleaning up. No one wants to wait for a makeup artist to clean up their station. So I'll show you what I have in here. The first bag is, it says Tazmara. This is from Yasma, where I had, it came with a set of a whole bunch of clear bags. So in here I have all my lashes, individual, as well as my strips, which I cut and put in a view set container, which I love. So I actually probably need to re-up this. This used to have more in it, like I had my pencils in here, but I took them out because it was getting too big. So it fits in this space really nicely. Just fits right in there. I could put another Zuka bag, but I think it might be a little tight. Okay, so there's that one. Inside here, this is a smaller Zuka. See how the ones with the labels right here? Those are bigger, but these are a little bit less wide. So in here I have all of my skincare. So I'll just kind of give you a show. The thing I like about Zuka are the bags, but I don't like how you have to take every single bag out and put it on your counter, because it takes up so much space when you have all your bags lying out. And usually what I'll do is I'll just like have it like this, you know, with the flap underneath, and I'll have them all in a row, like lined up on the counter. But I preferred my other one, which instead of having to lift out the bags, you could just lift out the drawers and put things back when you were done. So here's a sneak peek of everything that is in my skincare / sanitation. This little wipe needs to come back in here. Okay, so I have all of my sprays, alcohol, setting sprays, sanitation sprays, Fix Plus. I have Q-tips. I have all of my primers and moisturizers, antibacterial, serums, lip moisturizer. Anything that kind of falls into the skincare or sanitation category goes in here. And it's all kind of like random, but it's not too deep. I can dig around and find what I need. So you can kind of see some stuff I have in here. I took some stuff out. I put some stuff in. I added this micellar water because I had a mini from It Cosmetics. And I really like this one. And yeah, so that's everything set skincare. And I'm just going to zip this back up. And this thing is full, but it's not like so full where I can't easily zip it. So the key is to kind of keep it, you know, flat without it kind of poking high where it's so full, because then you can't fit them back in here. So kind of keep it level. The next small bag that I have is actually all lip products. So this bag is pretty good. It's not flying all over the place. So inside this bag right here, I have all these little mini bags from like old Traincases I kept. There's all my lip pencils are in here. There's a lot of them, but I can see them easily because the way I did it is I put the tops facing up so I can see the color and easily grab what I need. Mainly Makeup Forever and MAC lip pencils are in here. So this pack has all lip glosses and liquid lipsticks. I had to really kind of curate this down because you can pack a million lip glosses and liquid lipsticks, but I just kind of can put in here colors that I'll use a lot. So there's a mixture of lip gloss, liquid lipstick from MAC, Makeup Forever, Ofra. Those are the main brands I have in here. So those are that. I have a little Ziploc bag with my 5-gram jars and mini lip brushes, which I give people so they can touch up. Then I have a couple of new, they're not new, but not all they're new, but I have a couple of loose things. So if I kind of like get a new product I want to test, I just throw it in here. Or if I know a client, like one client wanted a peachy lip specifically, so I threw 2 Dose of Colors peach lip glosses in there. And then I was watching a video where someone said that they use this color from Wet n Wild for nude lips for deep skin, and I was like, I have that color, let me just throw it in there. This one is called Bare It All. It's a dupe for MAC Velvet Teddy. So I have a couple of loose ones in here, and then these are the only lipstick palettes I have, which I find work for everybody. These are from Viseart or Visart. One is the nude palette, which I use so much. One is kind of like the pink palette, which has, you know, brighter shades, which I'll kind of sometimes mix them together. And then I have my one palette from Pink Digger, which is a local Atlanta brand. And these colors are really awesome because it's kind of like, I use these reds a lot whenever I need a red lipstick, and you just scoop them out. So she doesn't make them in the palette anymore, but she does them in individual tubes. So I hope she makes the palettes again because I'll totally re-up on that. So those are the only lip colors I carry, and I find that that suits me just fine. And they stack pretty nicely in here without taking up too much space. So I don't think this is how I had it because I think I had it like this. So like I said, when it starts to bulge like that, you don't want it to be all over the place. Is that how I had it? No, I think I had it. See, and this is why I'm still getting used to this Traincase. I think I had it like this, so that way it kind of goes more flat. I'm not really sure. Okay. See, that's a little bit bulgy, which I don't like. See how it's like kind of coming up? But it should still fit in there. Alright, the next row is my powders, which I have a label right here. So in here, again, everything, I try not to have things loose. Like, I don't love a million compacts. I put things in these little Z palettes, even though this one's cracked. Because imagine having a million loose bronzers and blushes. That would be a headache. So these are all my powder palettes. They're all in Z palettes. Loose powder, mineralized powders, shimmer powders, contour and blush. And then I have my Makeup Forever stack of powders, and then my little packing cube with my sponges. So that one fits in here pretty nicely. This is soft, so even though it bulges, it can be like squeezed. Okay. And I'm almost done. I have eyeshadows next. So I was trying to figure this out because it has eyeshadows as well as kind of like mascaras and pencils, which used to be in another bag, but I feel like it fits pretty good in here. And I actually took out an eyeshadow palette, which I wasn't using anymore. I'm thinking about adding on the Urban Decay On The Run palette, which I just got recently, because I feel like that might be good for my kit. So in here, I have a container with mascaras, as well as brow gels, as well as brow pencils. So everything is kind of organized in here. This is like a new thing for me, trying to condense. And I find that it's been working pretty good. So that's all brow and mascara. Then I have this little bag, which is all of my pencils. So I have colored pencils as well as like blacks and nudes and browns. I like it because it's so flat, you know, and it doesn't like have a lot of bulk. And then I have my little pouch, which has my essential little eye items, which I love this method because I always use everything in here for a gig, so I just take this one pouch out. And it has my lash glue, my Inglot gel liner, my eye primer, pencil sharpener, mascara wands, like just those little items that you need for everything, like tweezers. And then these are the only eyeshadows I have. So I've kind of condensed it down because I used to have another extra Z palette in here. But now I use my neutral custom palette, which has MAC, Makeup Geek, Ofra, and Stila eyeshadows. That's mainly, and Alcone. So I use this palette a lot. So this palette kind of has metallic earth tones, a couple of brights, but still wearable tones, because I find that people don't really stray from like the general neutrals and like purples and a few brights, and it just was excessive to carry too many eyeshadows around. So I'll usually use these two palettes, and then if they want like a glitter or pigment, I have that. And if they want like a really bright color that I don't have, I actually have used my colored pencils, my eye pencils, and there's some pretty colors in here too. But if they're coming to me and they're like, oh, I want this crazy color, I usually ask in advance so I can pack it from my makeup stash at home. Or I've done things like I've used blush. I've used blush as an eyeshadow before too. So I have these two palettes, which are the main palettes. And then I also have my good old nude palette from Viseart, which everybody loves. I haven't used this in a long time though, because I've used this neutral palette instead. But this is just such a good palette. I might end up taking it out soon though, because I haven't used it in a while. And then I have this palette, which I use a lot because the colors are so pretty. This is the Lorac Unzipped palette, like the rose gold tones, which are so hot right now. So I'm thinking like, this is these are colors I use a lot on people, but I might just add, look at this palette, it's broken. I need to tape that. I might add the On the Run. Is that what it's called? I keep on calling the Urban Decay On the Run palette, but I think that's the name of Beyonce's tour that she had last time. It's like something like the new travel palette from Urban Decay. I think I might include that in here because it's slim and it has some really good mixture of colors. I also have a mini Z palette with my Anastasia brow powders. It came in like, you know how she has the Pro Powder Kit? It has all of the colors except for two, I think, because I couldn't fit it in here. But this is missing a powder. I don't know what happened to it. I need to find that. So, and then I have a couple of shadow shields in a Ziploc bag just in case. So all of this fits nice and neat in here. And it doesn't take up a lot of room. This palette is going to be a problem. I'm going to have, usually when it breaks like this, I put a piece of duct tape right there, but I'll just put it on the bottom so it holds down. Okay. Now you don't have to get a Zuca. There's actually dupes for them now, but saw another makeup artist who had a similar item which was kind of like the Zuca, but I just want to show you what I have. So the last bag right here are my foundations and concealers. Foundation, it says the label. I also mix things around a little bit. I have my shimmers. This thing gets on my nose because this always pops out. Okay, so again, more pouches, right? So I have in here a whole bunch of different liquid shimmers. I've been really into liquid shimmer versus powder lately because they just look so much more natural and finely milled. So I have that in there. This bag I have not really used that much, but I carry it just in case. So it has various concealers as well as color adjusters. These are Makeup Forever Chromatic Mix. They can adjust your foundation. So I haven't used them, but I might. We'll see. So it doesn't take up a lot of room. I also have in here a couple of Makeup Forever HD concealers. I actually use this one a lot for really pale skin. And I carry a white just in case, like a white base, like a cream makeup, because I have had someone who is so pale that I needed like just white to highlight. And then these are all the Urban Decay All Nighter concealers, which I haven't used. I only used them like one time when it was like brand new. I used them on a client. But they have some really good shades in here. I could use to even highlight and contour, as well as they are all-nighter, like meaning long-lasting. So if I know someone is really sweaty or they're going to be wearing a lot, I can use these. I did take out 2 of the colors for my personal makeup that I use like on myself all the time though. So I do know that I like them. I just haven't been using them because I use my go-to cream foundations like mostly. So and in here I have also my beloved Eve Pearl Salmon Concealer Palette. Still use this all the time to do color correcting. I threw this new powder in here. This is a MAC blotting powder. Just for touch-ups. This is the shade medium, but it's like really no color. So if I'm on a set and I have to do a quick touch-up just to eliminate shine, I was like, I had it, let me just throw it in there. These are all Makeup Forever HD foundations, which I have labeled. I put them in this container because it's so much smaller and more convenient. I have a couple of new shades I upped on. When Makeup Forever HD changed their shade range numbers, I had to put the old number as well as the new because I was like, I knew the shades, like 153 is what I use on myself and I use on a lot of clients, but now it's Y405. So a couple of new shades I bought in here. I love like these deeper shades. And then I have a couple of these 5-pan palettes. I threw this one in there because I've had it and I figure maybe I'll use it on some trickier kind of like undertones for deep skin. But then I have my super dark Graftobian Neutral 3 palette, which is like a godsend for deeper skin tones or contouring. And then my Ultra Lights palette from Graftobian, which is a godsend for fair skin tones, or if you have to do highlighting on fair skin tones. So that fits really nicely right in there. And then I have my 3 Graftobian palettes. So I actually use these palettes for foundation, highlight, and contour, as well as these the most. I don't really touch the concealers or these as much. So I have 3. I feel like the warm palette is what I use the most, and that's what I tell everybody to get. So as you can see, you just need to scoop out just a little bit. Use this on most of my clients. I love the Global Corrector palette, which KJ Bennett designed, because I use a lot of these colors for like color correcting, highlight, contour. It goes really deep and really pale as well. So theoretically, I probably don't need these 2 palettes because I have some of the lighter shades and darker shades, but I like to have it just in case. Okay, and then the last one I carry is the neutral one. They have a cool palette, but I don't think that's worth getting. The neutral one is nice because it has more of a cool undertone. And I actually, do you see how I just use this top row the most? I probably just need to get, because these come in rows. You get the 5-pan of like neutral 1, neutral 2, neutral 3. But I use these because they're not warm. They're more neutral, so I use these a lot on fair skin tones. So technically I could probably just get rid of this palette and, like I said, get the 5-pan palette of the lightest row of neutrals. I might do that. I think I probably have it somewhere. But it fits nice in here, so I don't really need to worry about condensing it. So this is a foundation palette as well as the concealers and luminizer. And that is the last one. And again, it fits nice and flat in here. Once my basement and my makeup room downstairs gets sorted out because we're doing renovations downstairs, I might just go ahead and kind of switch some more of these items out. So I'll show you how it stacks. That one feels a little high. Hopefully everything kind of stacks correctly. So I put the ones with the labels in first because they're bigger than the other ones. These, I can already tell it's going a little bit wonky, but hopefully everything will slide right in. 1, 2, look, see how it's like less room than it was before, but it will still fit. 1, 2, and it's a little bit tighter because I didn't pack it as well. Oh man, but it will fit. And that's why I don't love the Zuka as much. I was kind of like a little, I just realized that this is a strap right here. I could probably stick that right in there. I just noticed that. Crazy enough. Okay, so it did fit. Zip it back up, and it's not like bulging. And then there. And that is it. Okay, that was a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of like an updated what's in my Traincase / my new Traincase. The thing that I definitely recommend if you have a Zuka for sure is these saddlebags. That really has made a huge difference. And then I hope, you know, it was interesting to see some new items in my kit as well as how I packed it in the Zuka. So I'll make sure to link everything that I mentioned below, and I'll have a post on makeupbyrenren.com. So thanks for watching. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great night. Ciao, Bellas.